The one thing that comes up again and again, a progressive city fundamentally comes from the grassroots. So while we think we've got the magic mayor, he has to have a constituency, and that constituency has been doggedly working over time to achieve some aspiration, at which point this fellow or woman comes along. But then that person is also very interesting. Where did that person come from? So if you look at Indonesia, you have Jokowi is now the president, right? He came from Solo. And why? He was the magic mayor who stopped evictions. That was one of the big things. Within a few years, he's governor of Jakarta, and kaboom, he's up to the president. This is amazing. We're at a very interesting moment in Asia. The dilemma is this. Some people are calling this a transcendent aspiration, something that transcends your own life experience. The grassroots movements tend to be very contextual and very dedicated to what they know is their problem, right? But we're now at a point we have to go beyond that and have to join together on things we haven't experienced, right? That is a very deep philosophical, psychological, there's a lot of literature on this, and our director, Prasenjit Dwara, has written a very interesting book on that. We do have capacities to think beyond our own lives, but that's an organizational problem as well as an individual problem. So when I look at that, where will the philosophy, where will the idea of that's transcendent then hook on to social mobilization? That leads me to the idea that the nation state is no longer the level at which we can get recourse for this. It's all caught up in austerity and financialization. So the future of the world is going to be city by city. The problem I see is, one of the big problems is actually education. Universities have become so functional and so career-oriented that even a mention of something that has the aura of a social experiment is not getting much attention. Students are being scared. If this doesn't lead to a job, your education is not worthwhile. So we're not producing what some people would call the public intellectual. The person in our society who's educated, not necessarily by books, but educated and well-reasoned and can talk in front of people about alternatives, where that person is disappearing. So we need those kinds of people to take the grassroots momentum, aspirations, and then scale that up to a transcendent. If we don't do that, I think it becomes it just becomes inward-looking and doesn't go very far. So what are you going to do with that positioning you have in society? What am I going to do with it? Yeah, that's my question.